Hi all, this is Mr. Fusion Designs and welcome to our channel. Today we have a build from Attire and Fanhome. It is the Robocop Pack 10. So as you can see, we are doing issues 35, 36, 37 and 38. So we are moving along, and let's see, can I open this? Oh, I did without scissors. As I seen, this is a different packaging. So let's take a look 2 minutes at our parts. So very straightforward, building on to our leg. These are our parts, so let's get our leg over. We have our leg, and we need to get this part, which is the smaller from the bigger of them. Let's just see, it will go only one way. So 2 pins, 2 holes, and I guess we could do this, and that will just slot in place. That's the idea. Let's try, and there we go. Perfect. Now this one, you could see it's directional. Again, 2 pins, 2 holes, and line up the hole and just push in place. And I think that's the lower of the thigh completed, and that looks great. So that's the end of this issue. So let's move on to the next one. This is issue 36. Okay, we did open it. Okay. And we're gonna take a fast look at the magazine to see what we need to do. That's a great picture. So still, well, I think this is the upper thigh. Yes. Okay, great. And these are the parts in 36. So let's get this open and fitted. We have our 2 parts, and this is gonna be extremely fast. So I believe it will go only one way. If you try to put it on a different way, you could see the hole doesn't line up. So in this direction, and you could see the hole just there, and push. There we go. And that brings us to the end of this issue. So let's move on to the next one. So this is issue 37. Okay, we did open it. Package up quite easy. Some of these are quite difficult to open. That's why I get a scissors. So let's take a fast look again. So building on, I think, to the opposite side of what we just did. So that shouldn't take us too long again. And these are the parts in issue 37. So I'm going to open these up and get it fitted. We have these 3 parts. Let's see, let's try this now. So you can see, hopefully, R1 there. So that's how that looks, R1. So we need R2, which is this one, R2. And in this direction, that will go towards the top, but you could see a smaller hole and a bigger hole, so really it will go only one way. That's quite loose. I might put a bit of resin on the back of that just to keep it there, because that might fall out. And this one again, so smaller peg, bigger peg. That's again a little bit loose, and I'll fix them after. So this part, what we received in the pack, you can see it just lines up just like that, and we need 2 screws, and those are EM, and let's just get them in place. So this is the first one, and then I will get the other one in, and I will be back with you. So that's both of them installed, and that is the end of this issue. So let's move on to the last one. So this is issue 38, and it is our final issue in the pack. So we're gonna take a look at our magazine. It has been a really fast pack, and this might be fast as well. But okay, so this is the parts in this pack in 38, so let's get that fitted. We have this part. Let's try and get a bit closer. I think that should be better. Now we have these 2 discs. Let's get that in the picture better. So you could see a bigger one and a smaller one. Just pop the bigger one first, and then the smaller one just on top. And you could see a small little peg just beneath. And with this part, what we need to do is, if I remember, and there is a way to do that, you could see 3 under, and that middle one needs to go into that peg. So let's just see, hopefully get that lined up and see, did that match up? I think it did. That was lucky. Well, I moved it. I just need to make sure that it is in its position. With that, we need EP screws, and let's try. You have to get it kind of straight, all of them, so just carefully start screwing until you get it not extremely tight, but tight that it is just about maneuverable on the other side, this part. So beginning all 3, and then hopefully the idea is to get this as straight as possible, and then we shouldn't get any issues. So you can see me just screwing until I see it just about okay, and it needs a bit more. So I'm gonna muck around with this until I get it as tight as possible, and then we'll get it on our leg. But I would say it's near enough there. So let's move on to the next part. Now we have our leg, and we need to get these 2 locations into here. So hopefully we could line that up. Something like that. Make sure that this is facing in this direction. And we need, again, 2 EP screws. And we need to, if I remember, get that screwed in just like that. So that's the first one. One more. And we are there. So with that, that brings us to the end of this issue. It was very fast, but still enjoyable. I believe, how would this go? Perhaps in this direction. So the detail on these are amazing. If you can remember on our previous pack, I had issues with this part, but thankfully it's gone in place. I did put a drop of glue, just enough to hold it. It was just a slight amount. So I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you could do us a favor, if you could subscribe and hit that like button, that would help our channel a lot. Look forward to seeing you all next time, and that's goodbye for now.